everybody, Mark, aka the Nerdy Punk Bethy again, finally for a new video. I just cannot seem to upload on a regular basis right now. That being said, we are at the movie theater today. As you can see, it is absolutely dead today. There is nobody here. Probably because it's a Sunday. I don't normally come to the theater on a Sunday, but I had some plans kind of fall through, so I decided to make this trip up to the theater to see Anatomy of a Fall. The Oscar contender, of course, got a Best Picture nomination, kind of a surprise, somewhat, directorial nomination for Justine Triet, the director of this film, and I've heard nothing but great things from everybody who's seen this film, and I'm really glad I waited to check this out because it, of course, is out on streaming. But my local theater here, every once in a while, they'll do like an Oscar kind of showcase, I guess, if you will. So around Oscars time, they finally get some of these Oscar movies. Like when Anatomy of a Fall originally came out, I think like in October, I want to say, in the United States, my theater did not have it. And there was no chance in hell, I feel like, that they would have it. Every once in a while, they'll have kind of a more art house film. But in this case, right, they didn't have it originally. They finally bring it out, and it's part of kind of like a new series, I guess, that AMC Theaters is doing, where they have like a $5 favorite thing, where it's movies that came out like months ago, and then they finally release them to some of these theaters, and you only have to pay $5. So that's another bit of good news, I guess, for watching this. So, like I said, I thought so much about renting this movie on streaming. I'm so glad I waited and finally have the opportunity to see it in a theater, which is the ideal, of course. So I have pretty high expectations. This is one of those movies that I have to see before I can make my top 10 movies list, as well as before I can make my own version of the Oscars. I will be returning to what I did a couple years ago, where I made my own awards. I'm going to be doing that again this year. I hope, fingers crossed, that it will come out before the Oscars. I will try my best, I promise. So kind of on the radar, some videos to look out for. I will be posting my top 10 movies of the year. I will also be doing my sorry, there's a lady in front of me who just dropped her phone. I will be doing my top 10 movies of the year. I will be doing my own version of the Oscars. I will also be doing some Oscar predictions and stuff. So, and then of course, the more recent video that I really need to do is to recap my January watches, which were not that much, given, you know, life lately for me, but I do still want to do that video. I have the goal this year of finally getting a Letterboxd recap out for every single month of the year. So once again, fingers crossed that actually happens. All right, I'm going to stop rambling because that's not what you guys are here for. I'm going to head into the theater. I will be back in a couple seconds for you guys, a couple hours for me, with my thoughts on Anatomy of a Fall.
A few moments later.
All right, Anatomy of a Fall. Just left the theater after a pretty good theater experience. I really enjoyed the film. I would say it's a little bit slow in terms of the pacing. It was definitely a long watch. And, you know, part of that may also be my fault because I haven't been feeling super great in the past couple hours. So that kind of made it feel even longer. But I do think there are a few minor pacing issues. But as somebody who's a pretty big fan of a courtroom drama, I think this did a really phenomenal job at executing that with some really astounding performances. I think Sandra Hüller is absolutely not deserving of a nomination, which she got for Best Actress. I think that is well deserved. She will not win, but I'm really happy she got the nomination. The boy, the character of Daniel in the film, I don't know the actor's name who played him, but that is one of the best child performances I've seen in a long time. I was really impressed with that. And then the way it just kind of told its story, the mystery kind of unravels over time, but it never kind of gives you a concrete explanation for exactly what happens. And I really like that. I think it kind of It has a lot to say about modern society and true crime and that kind of thing, and how, these stories kind of get hijacked by the media and become like talking points. And I really liked how they kind of delivered that social commentary a little bit in the film. I think the film is beautifully shot. It looks fantastic. Justine Triet definitely deserving of a nomination for Best Director. I don't know if she would be on my list. You guys can find that out later when I do my own Oscars. But I think she definitely directed the hell out of this movie, and she is worthy, in my opinion. With that being said, overall, my thoughts, I really liked it. There are some things I didn't quite like as much, but I'm really happy I saw this thing in a theater, and I really enjoyed the film overall. So I'm going to give Anatomy of a Fall a 4-star rating on Letterboxd. That's what it's going in as, 4 out of 5 stars. Really, really solid film, and definitely deserving of some accolades. And across another Palme d'Or winner off the list. I always try to watch every Palme d'Or winner as it comes out. So really happy to have seen this one. Now I'm going to get home, check out maybe a little bit of the Super Bowl. Go ahead and let me know down below in the comments if you guys are going to be checking in on the Super Bowl this year. I'm not really all that excited about it, but I may watch a little bit. Who knows? I'm not really super stoked about the halftime show either. I got nothing against Usher, but definitely wouldn't have been in my top 10 choices. So with that being said, have a great rest of your Super Bowl Sunday, guys, and I will see you later.